All right, Hero Comics here. Next episode, Hero Comics, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps of comments on YouTube and DeviantArt. The response to comments I make against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: you don't like what I'm saying? Go ahead, good call the video. Go watch something else. Don't like there's hate streams my videos because there is no hate streams my videos. It's feature hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on. People getting these wrong in the comment sections and me trying to trade around with Bible versus race biology. And getting ticked off about that. Yeah, so we're going to get vaccinated so we can stop the spread of germs. And some diseases are making comebacks because we're not getting vaccinated like we should. So we got to work on that. Let's continue on here with some not safe for work fan art. I switched from the short stack, some Bobby Playtime to BBW. Definitely very nice. We have a girl in a slave lay outfit that super does not fit, and that's okay. She's all nice, it's all just squishy. Yeah, so when that girl's showing off their beautiful, soft, squishy bodies. Yeah, this one here, where there's three girls of different sizes showing off their soft, squishy bodies. Their different bodies there. Very nice, very nice. Yes, they're all three girls. You can clearly see that. Because of their vote was there. It was very nice. Very good. Moving on, we have some My Little Pony human stuff. Very nice. I like that. I'm going to stick to that. My Little Pony human stuff, huh? I wouldn't mind seeing that stuff. Back. Back again. My Little Pony human stuff. A dude giving lip service to that female, My Little Pony girl's body. Very nice. The Equestria girls, please. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Showing off the different Equestria girls, making the next generation of Equestria characters. Very nice, very nice. Oh, yes, make different colors. Yeah. So many different characters. Very nice. All right. Yeah, we'll see you later. Let's get on with more transgender hate mail and whatnot. Yeah. Goes Yote comments, part 8. I mean, I'm sorry, Sucker Punch or Sucker Punch really wanted to prove us wrong. They just post the sales numbers. Yeah, that's the issue. They're not posting the numbers because the Zowers didn't do well. The broad audience failed them again, as it always does. Stop making live service. It's not live service. They actually did make a live service, a multiplayer mode for Ghost Yote. It's gone down because it doesn't work. Woke games do not make good live service games. So. And then someone's like, yeah, why not? Objectively, it's kryptonite of progressives. 40% less than Tsushima in the first week to someone else who most likely estimated, but it's true. Most likely true. A very good estimate. There are sales and rares I don't understand why you don't believe them. Because they're fake. Someone says, Sucker Punch probably doesn't have access to some of these numbers. They can't announce anything valid. And Sony has that to confirm, so everyone has zero idea how good or bad this game sold in the first few weeks. Sony shields are retarded and need to go back to their basements. That's true. If they had sold the 2 million copies some people are claiming Sucker Punch would definitely have announced that because they would love to prove the judge wrong. Someone said, because there are nobody with no proof whatsoever. If I come out and say Digimon Storytime Stranger sold 10 million copies, would you believe me? No, you wouldn't, because I'm not a Sucker Punch or Sony. I'm not gonna buy. Someone said I'm not gonna buy Ghost of Woke anymore. And I say, wow, they tried to use their own, use your own of someone against as an own against you. They tried to use your own of someone as an own against you. Laughing to your cry emoji. So it says no dogs are electrified during the making of this video. I can't wait to see the white knighting of this for Intergalactic. Cannot scroll my feed on a million shield channels. I never heard of pushing this game. Ubisoft just canceled an Assassin's Creed game that was set in a post-civil war America, and the protagonist is a freed slave fighting the KKK. You can't make this stuff up. No, because I read that word. Calling it Ghost of Antifa is nasty work. Clapping hands, laughing to you cry, rolling around on the floor, laughing to you cry emojis. Erika Ishii is also a Charlie Kirk assassination sympathizer. Yeah, sucks. Not gonna work on that. Also, Antifa is no buy for me. It's on my ignore list, says someone else. And someone says, I won't buy this game, even if it was 50 cents. True. Couldn't pay me to play woke slop. I'm not perpetuating nonsense to decay society. Facepalm emoji. Never. Easter Island head emoji. Someone says, it's not worth pirating either. I wouldn't even muck up my hard drive space with this snowy stuff. If I was to buy it on sale, I'd definitely suffer one of the Japanese via. I say suffer because I only know English. I only suffer on the one of the Japanese VA. I suffer because I only know English. As soon as I saw that Last of Us 2 ending, I laughed. You have to pay me to play this game at this point. Where basically she forgives the female character who caused her family's death, but and maybe moves in with her and has a gay relationship with her. Just like Last of Us 2. It's like, what the frick? Well, no, I don't know if she hung out with Abby, but she forgave Abby, even though Abby freaking murdered her father figure. So no, so bad. It was by the tail. Define woke to someone else. You defined it to someone else. Why are you so white? So you can say source right after my explanation. No, thank you. We're tired of these games. Eye roll emoji. And it goes out to your comments, week 11. I said, wow, PlayStation should have never hired a loser who hated on Charlie Kirk. Angry face emoji. I got a thumbs up for that. So of course they wouldn't. Of course they would. Hoping you bury it, and that'll make it go away. They won't. So it says, not only do they alienate 50% of the audience with their hatred, they alienate half that buys things instead of stealing things. Goes Yote picks 12. I say, no, replacing a man with a woman is woke. True. You do it wrong. You do it right. Add more characters and have the man still playable, and you have new new characters coming in, some of which can be women. That's awesome. Like, we have a team now, So you have Wolverine, okay? You have a Wolverine game or a Batman game. And Batman's running around punching things, and then it's like, okay, this game you can play also as Batgirl, as Batgirl, as Nightwing, as Robin, as Cassandra Cain, as one of the Batwomen with the gray Batwoman, or the Batwoman with the red hair. If you could add more characters and some of them are female, that's fine. But they say, oh, no, you're not playing as Batman no more. You're playing as Batgirl. Just Batgirl. It wouldn't work. Like, I don't like it. No, the DLC was okay. It was DLC. But it was just like, no, you're playing as Batgirl. Who cares? Here's my Batman. Who cares about? That's a different story. Let's go. And so that was behavior online. Some of them were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, and also just some other stuff in the anti-woke crowd deems woke. Hope this helps. Someone else. Overall, some say this is a major interpretation of the area's history. Like a giant clarinet pick one. Someone says, thanks to Jared D. Leon for being his biggest inspiration for this project, and to Levelock Paris for building the original octo Condra alto in 1971. And I say, wow, it makes sounds that are so low they feel like more like vibrations. I guess an orchestral instrument that allows you to play the construction worker part. This is what else. Honey, our neighbor is jackhammering again. New metronome unlocked. Finally, an instrument that can read contrabassoon parts easily. Yeah, so good. I've been getting into giant, crazy woodwind instruments lately because they're 3D printing them out. Printing them now. It's ridiculous. It's amazing to see that. I was like, wow, that thing is huge. And so this is the first saxophone player I've seen who's larger than baritone and breathing correctly. The first octagonal saxophone I've seen played well the first time I've seen it play properly. Now, this is a well-played octa super chic fire emoji. The musician knows how to play this instrument in the CCB orchestra. He knows how to perform. Girl is against birth control video. And I say, man, she's doing what she wants. I thought it was her body, her choice. It's interesting. I was going to make a comic. I think I should still make it. Where it was like a spermageddon. There was a movie called Spermageddon, where these two sperms, a boy sperm and a girl sperm, hang out together, going into the female's reproductive tract. All right. And there's like this Iron Man sperm that's trying to be the first one to get to the egg. But yeah, my version of the story, what would happen is he's like, I'm the best sperm ever. Yeah, we're cool and all. And, I'm going to get to the egg. It's like, wait. And then the girl and the boy could be like, yeah, but if you get to the egg, you'll cease being a sperm. You'll become part of a fetus. You'll join with the egg. You'll fertilize the egg. You'll cease to be yourself. You'll become something new, something different than what you are right now. They're like, what? Oh, no. I'll be a baby? You're going to be a baby, man. And I was like, what? A baby? Oh, no, I don't want to be a baby. I'm cool. I'm an Iron Man sperm, So, hey, you know what? You guys go. Become babies. Get out of here. I'm going to be the best sperm ever for as long as I live. It's like for a few days. Sperm live for only a few days. So it's like, yeah, just like it is. So then they basically go impregnate. They're able to get, impregnate, basically fertilize the egg together or whatever. So they make two. That makes identical twins. So that makes identical twins or something. And then those identical twins start, developing and growing inside the girl's body. Okay, this is a black girl and a white dude who got together and made babies. In the original Spermageddon, here's what happened. the black girl was found out that she's pregnant, and then she got a morning after pill or whatever, Plan B or whatever, And it was like, okay, and they're saying, yeah, you take the Plan B. You're not ready for babies yet. So she's like, okay, whatever. So she's going to take that. And I'm just like, I don't like that ending. What if it was the other ending? When it's like, okay, you're pregnant, so you have the test confirms you're pregnant, so I'll just get you a write your prescription for Plan B. And she's like, no, we're cool. Like, what? Yeah, we're cool. We're gonna have baby. We're gonna raise this baby. They won't know it's twins yet, but they raise the baby. We're gonna raise this baby. Like what? But you just got out of high school. Like, yeah. We're fine. What about college? What about your career? What about this? What about that? It's like, well, we'll get to that eventually. But is the dude, messing around, forcing you to carry the baby? Like, no, no, I choose it. I'm choosing to do it myself. I was like, but again, you just got out of high school. You have your whole life ahead of you. This, that, trying to convince her to terminate. It's like, no, But I thought it was my body, my choice, man. That's what I said about, Then it's like she gives birth to those babies, and it's like, it's two babies. You have to raise two babies now, First in high school, And they're like, please, can you get rid? Can please leave? Get out of here, please. So it's just like, what the heck, So that was my version of events. I think I'm gonna make a comic about that because that'd be freaking cool. Because it's just like, I thought it was her body, her choice. She wants to. What the freak, But anyway, this story was a different one. This was about a woman who's like, I'm against birth control, so I'm just gonna have more babies until I don't want to have babies anymore, and then we'll sterilize, and I'll get sterilized. I said, well, it was her body, her choice. And someone says, when your entire personality is breeding or not. There's a very simple solution to this. He can get a vasectomy, So what stops him from using protection? Says someone else. Bro can't wear a condom? She admits she's not good at tracking, but keeps relying on it when her life is in danger. How? Did they actually say her life was in danger? So they're hormone-free birth control, but each their own. Emoji. Oh, so you guys check it out on YouTube TV.